Hey guys, Razy here, giving you another achievement guide on Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown, Birds of Prey, Part 2. We're going to be going into Ace number 13 on Operation Dragon Breath, Mission 12, Stonehenge Defensive, excuse me. So, your requirements for this one. You gotta prevent Stonehenge from being damaged even once, and he will spawn in the northeast with the helicopter group. So, with that in mind, this is probably the hardest one on the level. One of them damage-based ones can be kind of a bit of a pain in the ass. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you from start to finish here how exactly that you should go about this process. Now, for the most part of these missions, even the ground ones, I tend to use the SU-57 with lasers. Once you get good enough with this, you probably won't need anything else in the game ever again, unless you're doing some quick ones that you need some air to ground lock on. So, this being said, I'm going to go ahead. And I'm going to fly down here. This is also where you unlock another one of your aces. He is right there above you. I'll show you again later on. I'm going for point at the same time while doing this, trying to grab multiple because there are 3 aces in this mission alone, and if you can grab them all fast enough, plus everything else, would be your way to S rank this if you can. So I kind of add that extra one in here. I'll be going over that again, how you get that precisely. So after that, or before that, if you wanted to skip that and do this, just go down, either take your left or right side, don't really matter. But I would highly recommend that you take out as much of these ground units as possible on here, because once these tanks get closer to the center of where the Stonehenge is at, they will be able to fire upon it and damage it. So you're going to want to take out all this stuff before it even gets close to it. And later in the mission, they're going to start mentioning bombers, so keep that in mind. You're going to want to pay attention to that, because as soon as those bombers come up, you may have a few extra minutes to kind of let them close in, just so that way you're not wasting too much time flying out there and you can get some more kills out here. But I wouldn't wait too long. I would go out there and get at them, knock them down with lasers as fast as you can, and then start coming back here and start taking out the rest of these groups. You should be able to take out a group or two before the bombers come, so keep that in mind. Once you hit that second group, see, they were mentioning bombers, and I didn't even quite get a second group. I mean, if you can take out another big group along the side beforehand, it also helps out. So you may be able to get 2 if you're fast enough. But I'm going to go ahead and head towards these bombers just to get them out of the way, because they spawn pretty close, these ones did, so I would go after them right off the bat. I won't waste too much time on these because they're pretty close. So once you take them out, like I said, head on back. Start taking out other groups, because like I said, they will get closer and they will start firing their missiles or whatever they have on that area, and you don't want anything to get to it because you don't want a chance your ace not spawning. This one's not too bad. It sounds kind of like a pain in the ass because, you know, no damage, anything is kind of a tedious task in some games, but it ain't too bad. Just as long as you take everything out on the ground in the air fast enough and just pay attention to what they're saying about where the bombers and when they're coming, you should be just fine. I wouldn't mess around too much when they say that there's a bomber, because you could miss your opportunity and get kind of lost into clearing everything out. And then there you go, that's all it's going to take. So I'm just going to go through here and take out all these targets. Not really too much to what I'm doing. There's no real specific pattern I chose or anything. I just kind of went with it. Normally I do tend to go to the right or onto the left, but I wanted to get the ace at the beginning for the extra points, so I wanted to try to S rank this mission this time, because I beat it several times before getting other aces. So if you want to do that at the same time, Try to get the S ranks for all the missions you can. So I took them all out. Now we got some A10s over here. This will be, if you want to know ahead of time, take out another ace. Your other ace will be awarded for taking out these 3 A10s. Oh, we'll get to that one later as well. I've been going through these individually just so you guys know in detail. That was close. That would actually almost would have hit me, killed me. A10s aren't too big of a deal. I'm surprised I wasn't able to actually kill them on the way in. It seemed like the lasers weren't quite hitting their mark. So there you go. Just make sure you pay attention to the ground troops as well. They will spawn more of them in. So just because you've cleared out that first little wave of them that you had at the beginning of the level does not mean that they are done coming. So as you can tell, there is a bunch of more enemies on the radar coming. And you can see that one arrow that's way down south of the map there, that would be the other ace. I'm pretty sure that is him down there after I took all those 3 A10s. So I'm just gonna head on back, take out all these ground things as fast as you can, all these tanks and whatnot. The good thing about these lasers taking out tanks is that you don't gotta fire 2 missiles on them. Fire some lasers and they're as good as dead. Actually, there's Buffalo over there. My bad. My mistake. I couldn't remember where he was at. There he is over there. I think I might actually be going for... I actually think I might get all 3 aces in this go through. So you want to grab them all, want to go through and get the S rank. That would be the best bet to get S rank because they're worth quite a bit of points. Looks like Buffalo's coming into the map to get himself killed, looks like. Yeah, I didn't think that that'd be Buffalo down here because that's a pretty big triangle. Those are more bombers. If you can, the best way to approach some of these bombers, or all of them I should say, is if you can get the right path lined up with their arrows. If you can get in front of them, try to get to that path where the arrow is in front of them, and then just go down a straight line and laser them all right there. I tended to mess that one up a bit. At least got his escort out the way. So I'm going to take them out, because that was getting pretty close. And you need longer than that, and they probably would have been able to start hitting that thing. So I'm just going to go ahead, divert my attention back to the ground units, because there'll be more spawning in like always. Just make sure you're persistent enough and take everything out. Those 80 tanks, man. I tell you what, your best chance of taking them out is lasers. They tend to take down your missiles, so if I were you, I would just laser them. Don't waste your missiles on them. They can't stop a laser. So as long as you're doing what I'm doing, as fast as I'm doing it, because anything more than that last little bombing run there would have been pretty catastrophic, considering that they were getting pretty close. Just keep taking everything out. Once you get a group of helicopters spawning, that's where they'll be at. Which I'm pretty sure is actually near where I'm at, kind of. Where those guys are coming from. Think that... I'm not quite 100% sure which one of them is the helicopter group. I'm thinking one of these is the helicopter group, though. Okay, here's another bombing squad. Quite a bit of them. I'm gonna line it up this time. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Even if you get lower than I am right now, you can just go in through a line and just destroy them all. But I did a pretty good job there. So, like I said, if you do that, you're good to go. There he is. That's him spawning. This that rocket unit. That is him spawning right up there. Yep. Yes, sir. I should take that last jet for some more points, but that is him way in the back, all by himself on the helicopters.
Almost there. This should all be over soon. This is one ugly battle, but what a story for my kid. This is Salamander 6. I have a lock.
The line you flying over here, you should be on the right hand side. Right there. There he is. Go ahead, take him out. And A13 is as good as yours. Tricky little bastard, isn't he? You dodged it. Definitely is a feisty one. Dodge that. Okay, we'll be moving on to Ace 14 now, even though you've already seen the other two in here. But I'm going to go ahead for references, and I'm going to show you it in detail and what you have to do in specific to get them. Even though I might have already mentioned it, but I like to cover all grounds. So for this one is the one where I did the very beginning. The last one is we got to fly underneath the railguns in Stonehenge, and he spawns like directly above you, basically. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-show you how that exactly is done. Still on mission 12, Stonehenge Defensive, Operation Dragon Breath.
Strider Squadron, proceed to run.
Nothing's changed. Same aircraft and same weapons.
Attention, all defensive and air support teams. In order to get up and running, what I
So all you do at the beginning of the level, just fly straight down in here to Stonehenge. Pick any one of the railguns. It does not matter. I tend to always use that one on the left because once you come on down, it's the easiest angle you can get. I think you can maybe get the one on the right too. The one over here to the left seems like it's angled more and an easier way to get at it. You can just swoop on down and fly straight on up. As long as you look straight up in the air, you will find them. The first time I did this here, I had no idea where you were spawning at. I saw a marker, but I didn't know how high he was in the air. So as long as you look straight up in the air after you do that, you'll find him right up there and take him out. Easy as that, guys. Alright, man. We'll be moving on to Ace 15. Also the same mission, Stonehenge Defensive, Operation Dragon Breath. And how you get him is once you get far enough into the bombers, you'll get a group of A-10s, and then you take them out, and then he'll be able to spawn to the southwest of Stonehenge. Same aircraft, same missiles, same everything. I'm going to go into the mission again. Now you may have already seen me take him out before in the first little segment. In case you missed it, I'm going to put it in here again. I don't know about you guys, but this mission is pretty badass considering this is the first mission you take down the first Arsenal bird. If you guys watch this and listen to me here at this point of the video, just let me know in the comments down below what you think. I think the story is pretty amazing if you ask me. So like I said before, normally I head from the right around and just kind of make a pattern from right to the left, taking everything along the path. Try not to backtrack too much because it wastes some time kind of coming around. So I'm just going to go ahead and take everything out on the right hand side. It's going to keep on following the pattern, sticking to the right, into the middle, and the left side. Not too worried about the jets, but you can take them off for extra points. That'd be the way to S rank this mission, is taking out the aircraft with more points than the ground troops. So I'm going to go ahead down here to that bombing group and just take them out real quick and get them out of the way. Nothing too spectacular. Just progressing in the mission so you can get to that part where the A-10s come out.
Bombers, bearing 190. Stonehenge won't survive a bomb run. You have to stop them. Hostile bomber destroyed. Nice work. Keep Stonehenge safe for us. That's half of Menhir 5's aerial
So I'm going to go ahead and take out that last little group over here. Some of the last main groups. If you ever seen those 80 tanks, I would take them out with your lasers, considering that they just shoot down your missiles in the air. It can be a real pain in the ass to take out missiles. Not really too much to talk about here. Just wait until I get that next little bombing run. Can't remember if it was the next one, the third one. Oh, before I even get to the second little bombing run, I've already got basically all the guys on the ground taken care of. So no biggie there. Got another group spawning over here, a little small group. Just gonna go over here and mop them up quick. There ain't much here. Pretty sure those are the A-10s. Yep. So your second group of bombers is a group of A-10s. So once you go take out these three guys, you get Buffalo spawning. Or I call him Buffalo because that's funny. He looks like Buffalo. Buffle. So once you laser them all down or missile them down, you can head directly to him. So you will spawn immediately. Alright, once he's taken out, go ahead and pop your map up. You see him right there, he just appeared there. It's directly west of me, basically. And he'll be making its way towards you, so you don't gotta really fly too far out there. I mean, if you want to go ahead and take out more enemies while you're waiting and get some more points, be my guest, because he makes it a decent ways in there towards your area.
The enemy's going all out, too. The enemy is
Railgun power supply is...
in sight.
Damn it. Numbers aren't going up. Bypassing the auxiliary condenser.
So take him out. He's good as yours. You got 15 down. Not very many left to go. Alright, we'll be moving on to ace number 16. Ace number 16, Mission 13, Bunker Buster, Operation Magic Spear. Right. So for this one, I ended up failing this one. I tried to use my SG-57 to do this, and I would recommend the MiG. Can't remember the MiG-31. I would keep on saying 29 for some reason. The MiG-31 Foxhound, which is the one you're taking down in this level anyway, that what is the ace is using. So that's the only way I found this to work, is use the MiG-31 Foxhound, and I will show you how to get him out and what you need to do. So in order to get him to come out, you need to destroy all the missile silos in a short amount of time. Now there are some that are going to be decoys, and for the most part it is unavoidable because they are randomized every time you come into the mission, it seems like. So you're not going to know which ones are it. You're just going to just do your best and make some kind of pattern like I did and just go with it and hope for the best. So what I usually do is I usually do the ones that I do the first one up here you see I'm going to, then the one that's above it, and then I go to the left, and the one down south, and then up north, and then one in the west, and then I end up going more north, and then back over to the east one. Because typically that one in the top right is the worst one to hit out of all of them, considering that you're on top of a mountain and you have this wind and it's hard to aim. Because sometimes you might get lucky and you might hit all of them before you hit that spot, saving you some time in case you mess that one up a bit. So basically, if you want to know pointers on this, if you want to know what's exactly going on here, once you get a hit, you know for sure that it's exactly going to be that of a missile. You can drop another one on there, or if you tend to miss that, you can just fire regular missiles at it and destroy it. Your choice. Now, typically one of these also is going to be like, oh, they're going to say you missed, but, you know, hit it again, because it's going to be an actual missile. That's basically going to happen every time on one of these. You cannot avoid that. So that's going to be another telltale sign of what you hit one. So like I said, this is my pattern here. Now, I may have done this earlier on. Yep, I did go up north. So if you want, I would go on down to the other one that was down to my left. I did this pattern at first, then realizing that this one just sucks, that I ended up not doing this one very often until last. I recommend doing this one for last, because that right there. You think you come in at a good angle and it's red and it looks like you're all good to go, and it just ends up being a real pain in the ass to get. So if you can, I would just save that one for last. So like I said, if you want, instead of saving the hassle of making some crazy ass flight to drop another one of these on there, just fire a missile at it if you get the right angle on it and it'll go. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back down to where I was recommending you go before, because this is where I developed the pattern of going down through these ones first and then doing the one I just did last, just for that simple reason that that one's a pain in the ass. But it seems like more times than none that one is an actual bomb and not a fake, because a lot of times I went through this and I went through this pattern like I'm showing you now, I went through, and that one ended up being the last one every time about. So now I'm going to tell you why I failed this. This jet's not fast enough. You need that MiG-31, and I would outfit that thing with all the things that will make the acceleration go faster. All those parts. Now I don't remember exactly what ones they're called at hand, but as long as you bought a good amount of parts, or go find the ones you need to make it go, planes fly faster, it'll definitely help you out a little bit. So what you're going to be doing with that part of the mission is after this, you will have a checkpoint and you will see him flying directly behind you. So you're going to turn around, chase him down, take him out, and then you're going to turn around and then you are going to go after the missile they launched in the air. This is why I failed at this plane is not fast enough. I could not catch that missile in time. I got that airplane as fast as I could, but considering that he is flying the same jet as the one that you should be using, the MiG-31, so obviously he's going to be running away pretty fast, and if you can't catch him fast enough with the right plane and turn around and get that missile, you will not be able to get your ace, because this is where that predicament comes into play, where you have this checkpoint and the ace spawns above you, and if you fail the mission or die or anything like that, he is as good as gone, and you cannot get him at all. I've done this for a couple hours of doing this crap, and it was a pain in the ass. Even with the MiG-31, I would just barely miss the missile because the missile would miss it, and then I get shot down by the enemies chasing me, trying to get that line of sight locked on. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And see, as you can tell, I'm flying, I'm trying to gun in after him, and he is just gone. This is why you need the MiG-31. Even I destroyed him in, well, thought I did, and try to go back as fast as I can. This is why I screwed it up. So remember, guys, MiG-31, turn around, chase him down. You should be able to kill him pretty fast. Turn around and get that missile and knock that out of the sky. And then by the time you get that one out of the sky, the other one should just be launching. So as long as you get the right angle and don't miss and don't have to turn around, you should be good to go. Alright, on to ace number 17, Cape Rainy Assault. Now, how you get this guy to come out is that you need to fly through the canyon in a short amount of time. And he will spawn in the north. Yep, I think it was in the north. Yep, in the north with a bunch of other Su-35s. So, what that exactly means is what I'll be showing here in a second. Now, you are good to go with the Su-57 and lasers again. Like I said, there's only a few missions in this game where you need specific jets. We are on Operation Werewolf, too, by the way. There's only like one other mission. Pretty sure one other mission, yeah, that you're gonna need to actually use a different jet than this one. So what this means is flying the canyon. Obviously, it should become pretty obvious, but even before I said it, you know, I'm gonna show you. You should have kind of figured it out. You just gotta do this part very, very quickly without getting caught, obviously, and crashing and going too high. So I had no problems doing this fast enough. I never failed the guy spawning. It was just I messed up a couple times by getting caught by obviously going so fast that my previous flight path was kind of screwed up because of it, because things were a little bit different spots. As long as you take the set path that I'm doing, you should be good every single time. So if you follow what I'm doing exactly, and I mean quite exactly to where I'm at, left or right, kind of up or down, you should be good to go. And coming through this open area, as long as you stick all the way to the left, and above that last one there can be kind of a bitch if you go down. They're thinking, oh, you're gonna go down fast enough. No, it's gonna get you. You want to go above that one. Make sure when they say you need to slow down, to slow down. So with the next part here, I recommend sticking to the right in the middle. It looks like a bunch of crazy ones that might get caught. It's not that bad. As long as you stick to the right in the middle, that you ain't gotta worry about it. You should be able to coast right on through that. No problem. Now this last bit that's tricky. If you fly down the middle right here to the like that, I get this right there, and stick all the way to the left right here, and go down just a little bit. You go right under the last ones, and you're as good as good. Good as gold. I mean, good as good. Wow, I'm getting tired. A little bit loopy. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna come in here, and you are gonna take out that badass AC-130 for some hella points, and continue raining hell on this base until he spawns. Now it's gonna take a little bit for him to spawn, so just go ahead and do your mission and kill everything, and I mean everything. Is if you do that fast enough, when you just did right there going through the canyon, kill the ace. Make sure you grab the AC-130 before it takes off for some good points. Kill everything here, everything that spawns. Guess what? You're gonna get an S rank. Now some of these missions you're gonna get some pretty good S ranks along through doing these ace missions while getting these, so I didn't worry about it too much. If you're listening to my video through and through every single minute along the way, I'll try to give you guys little things that I'm gonna be doing later on. But I don't know if anybody listens to every little bit of my video guides. So, at the time, there's a lot of good games come out this year. I will be working on a guide for S ranking and all that good stuff later on. I'll mostly be doing it on the ace difficulty, for I don't feel the need to S rank video guide every single difficulty, every level. I feel like that'd be a bit much. I feel like you guys would want the hardest missions and levels, you know, and difficulty, obviously. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to get to it. There's a lot of games coming out. I'm going to be making guides for other games as well. So, hopefully you'll be playing those games too, because I'll be playing quite a bit of them. For the games, if you want to know what they are. If anybody's interested in that, since I'm just trying to kill time while I wait for him to spawn. I will try to be making guides for Resident Evil 2 here soon. Hopefully today, going through with it. And next time I'll let's up to that will be Metro Exodus. Hopefully some people are excited for that one. Now I know what a pretty big one that people are excited for is going to be Anthem. I will definitely be going through that. I'd like to do Division at some point. I don't know when. It's just there's so many games coming out, and March is a very, very bad month because Devil May Cry is a day one for sure. So I will be doing that as well. So that's going to be a great game to do. Along with Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice is going to be another fun game. A bit of a pain in the ass, I'd imagine, but nonetheless, it should be pretty fun. Now here is your SU-35s. So as long as you search them and look at the top one, you'll be up there. And he's as good as dead. Not so bad, not so bad. We are almost done, guys. We don't got very many more left to go. We're going to be doing mission 15, Battle for Bounty, ace number 18. Now, how we get this guy to come out actually isn't so bad. It sounds kind of like one of them bad ones again. All you gotta do is earn 17,000 points in the first part of the mission before you get that checkpoint. You'll end up spawning southwest with another group of enemies, of course. That's what you do. It was ones that end up spawning later on. They typically spawn with some enemies, it seems like. Not all of them, but they do. Now, he can be kind of a bitch to spot, so I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly where and how I did this. We are in Operation Giant Step, by the way. I had to mention that because they have those little clues going hand in hand with them when they're talking about operations and not the missions. Alrighty. Now, this one's gonna take a bit for him to come out, right? So what I recommend for getting these points, I mean, you can do it any other way you want. I mean, there's several groups to do this. You can go down there and take down the jets, or you can do what I'm doing. I think this way is easier. Obviously, the aircraft is worth more points than ground units. Aircraft are always worth more than ground units, so keep that in mind. It could be a little bit quicker, it could be a little bit slower. I just think that taking out ground units is a little bit quicker in my opinion, because obviously you're not going to sit there and be dogfighting them all. I mean, the best way to take out all those jets is to try to catch the ones off guard that aren't aware of your presence, and take them out from a distance. But I don't know, it seemed like this method worked out pretty well for me. So along the way here, there's also going to be jets spawning, so I'm just going to take them out as I go with some more points. So basically, I clear out this entire area and jets over this, literally this entire area over here.
We need to split our forces in two and meet both threats at once. Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger.
So if you follow my way, make sure you take out these jets as well. This will definitely give you some good amount of points. I think that was 750 a pop right there for that thing. Oh yeah, 750 points. So that's pretty good. So once those are all taken out, what seems to be there's one more behind me over here. A couple more actually. I think it's a couple more. Yep, they're way out there though. I'm gonna take care of this last jet. Once I do, I head back a little bit, take out these couple more little SAM sites over here, and then I'm going to head over here, and then I look up, and there should be a group of aircraft up here, some F-15s. They're 650 apiece, so make sure you come up here and take them out. They're a good amount of points, so I would make sure you grab these, at least, for sure. If you're not going to go down there and grab this other group of jets. Make sure you take them out quick enough, because it seems like your teammates can kill things on this mission, like these other jets. So make sure you get them before they do, because they will take them out and you won't get the points for them. See that there, he hit him. Alright, once you take out those guys, I head toward this little group over here. Now you're going to come at this angle I am right here if you want to be able to hit them down there in between the buildings, because you're not going to be able to hit them otherwise. Take out them SAMs before you get too close as well, otherwise they will fire at you. So take these out at the angle I am to make it easier on yourself, because otherwise you come out any other angle than that, you're not going to be able to hit them unless you get the angle. Now, my favorite part, and also this will be going towards your one of your medals, taking out ships. There is a nice fleet out here, and taking out ships with lasers is so much fun in my opinion. You come out here and you just wreck hell on the entire fleet and kill them in a matter of minutes. Now I can't really tell you how much the ships are worth a piece, because I'm not targeting it out here, because I have no reason to really be targeting anything. Take them out in any order you want. So go ahead, come out here and just destroy everything. Just wreck it all. And after you take these out, I mean, there are already some jets out here if you want to take them out first, but I want to take out these boats first because of all their SAMs and all SAM sets on them and all that crap that can shoot at you. So make sure you evade around a bit because this area can be crazy. You can get locked on pretty fast and shot at and probably killed pretty quickly if you're not careful enough. Right here, I've taken 2 or 3 hits, and now I'm already over halfway dead because I didn't evade those missiles already. So I'm already getting a decent amount of points here. Already got several thousand points just from these boats alone. Like I said, easy targets sitting in the water over here. Once you take them all out, feel free to take out the rest of the jets, and you're already at 17,000 points anyway. So just continue to kill and everything.
Reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
That was pretty quick and easy. Once you get to these ships and take them out, you're already going to be at 17,000 points, what you need.
Zone. Crater on losses. Roger that.
So I thought maybe he spawned with that group down there of other jets, but he doesn't. I'll show you where he spawns. So just head back up to the middle of the map again, unless you want to start tangling with all the jets down there. Don't matter. I just think it's easier just to stay over here. It's a lot of housings out there, isn't it? So I'm gonna head back over here and then just take out everything over here again. Because a bunch more enemies must have moved in out of nowhere, apparently.
Missile inbound. Missile inbound. Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it.
So at this point, I would just keep checking your map.
Alright.
Understood.
At some point, you will get a group coming in.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Just gonna keep on killing everything. They will eventually spawn soon enough.
Nice. Target eliminated.
Our tanks and combat vehicles are knocked out. They've mostly fallen to the enemy's air support. There's just too many of them.
Target destroyed.
Every last one of the enemy ships. We've got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them.
Lasers make it so easy, don't they?
All aircraft, move on to assist other units.
So once you clear everything out,
Missile launched. Target destroyed.
I just head on down here. At this point, there ain't nothing else to kill, so. Oh, there's a group of little ships. You can go down there and take out the aircraft, or you can come over here and take out more ships if you want. You're choosing. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, this guy takes quite a while to spawn, so.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
So, as long as you come down here and use your lasers on them, take them out. Now, I have a little pointer for the next part of the mission. I mean, you can also just start the game and reset it at checkpoint. Actually, I recommend that over flying back to the refill line of your ammo and stuff. Once you get to the next area, it doesn't really affect your S rank. I can't really say it doesn't really, because it doesn't. All it does is really it just takes a little bit of your time away. But if you do that, you'll have your damage replenished and your ammo replenished. Oh, and on that note, there he is. Right down the middle. So at that point where you're engaging that fleet between the buildings, you should get him to spawn in the middle down south. Kinda weird though, because it's supposed to spawn with a group of enemies, but clearly, for me, he did not. So we're going to be doing Operation Giant Step again, which is Mission 15, Battle for Bounty. Excuse me, guys. There are 2 on this area. And I am going to be fast forwarding, well, not really fast forwarding, but I am just going to continue talking at a later note because I'm going to be doing the same mission again and I don't feel like chatting the whole thing. So I'll catch up back with you guys once I get close enough to what I have to describe.
Strider Squadron, proceed. Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting. Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me, so I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece. Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They can use some air support. Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Target acquired.
I'm behind my target.
Half the enemy's already down. assist other units.
Thanks, LRSSG. We'll take it from here. This has got a lot of armaments. Stop these guys before somebody lights a fire under our asses. The attacks just keep coming. This one we have the upper hand. Keep the tide of battle in our favor. Bandit acquired. Initiating attack.
Not bad at all, Trigger.
Enemy got away. They have a lock on you. Shake them. This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet. The enemy is worn out. This is unfair. Small back 900 yards. 3 strikes is here. GPS to locate allies.
Enemy's got a lock.
You did really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece. Careful. Enemy on your tail. Put your backs into it, Meg. If we get through this, bring through on me. Time to attack.
Five minutes remaining. Strider 1, enemy ship sunk. Strider 1, missile.
Don't let them through. Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire for raid. Coordinates 2294-5002. Target is enemy MBC formation. Fire for effect with your strongest round. Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracketing is complete. Fire for effect. Roger. Steam firing data. Azimuth 2870, elevation 37. Prepare the volume. Fire. These damn enemy air support. They're the ones who turn the tide. And impact. Tucker 2-4. Go easy on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support.
Special weaponry depleted.
Where'd these guys come from? My job just got that much harder. Pride, arrogance. I'll keep the enemy boats busy. Finish them off while they're on me. Destroy the enemy's left fleet, and then we can regroup.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Strider 1, this is control. Strider 1, this is control tower. Finish them!
So basically, after you take out those ships, and a little bit later, you will get another group of enemies, and you'll be taking out a specific target. Now, this is the first time I did this, so I did not exactly know what I was looking for. I was trying to be very thorough as to what the hell it was. Now, you will get a good glimpse of what it is. Once I realized it looked like something kind of important, something that stuck out from any other target in the game, I knew right away, I knew that was it. And that is it right there beneath me. I flew right on by it. That T looking thing, or whatever the hell it is it. I was being extra careful, and I'm flying around taking out all these other targets, not knowing what what it is or where it is. I'm just kind of trying to clear the board of enemies. It is the main one in the middle. Cannot miss it. That big ass thing that's right there in front of me, down to my left, right there. I'm looking at. You're gonna want to take that thing out, and as soon as you do, you will get your next guy to spawn. That is exactly what you want to do. Now, what it is called the Aegis Ashore. It's near the GHQ. It's at the first phase of the mission before you go into the next little area of dogfighting. So, and he will try to escape down south. So, you'll see me come at this thing and realize once I'm at point blank range with it that hey, that's it. And it's got some pretty good guns on it. So, it will hurt a bit if you get close enough. So go ahead and just take that shit out. Right there. That thing right there. Now, this is where it's going to go bye-bye. Because I'm going to do a nice little swoop around my lasers and it's going to go up. Take that up right there. Once that thing blows up. Check your map. And he is down south. Just like the other guy. See him? Right there he is. He is going to try to run away. He will come at you for a short time, but he will turn around and try to escape. So make sure you take him out before he gets that chance to turn around and run away. We are getting there, guys. We are on ace number 20 now on Operation Gorgon. So, another kind of one of the tedious ones, which is going to take you a bit. So, I probably should have been doing this before and not waiting around to stop talking at points in the video and letting it just play out for you guys. But, alright, so mission 16, Last Hope. How you get this guy to come out, right? You need to earn 10,000 points around there, so nothing doesn't really need to be precise, but you should get 10,000 points going through the mission and taking out every single target along the way. As long as you uncover all the unknowns as fast as you can, take everything out along the way, and then you'll get to a point later on where you have an unknown and you have to get close enough to find his ass. So, that being said, play through the mission, kill everything along the way, and I will talk to you guys in a minute here and catch up with you at the point where he should be at. I don't feel like talking through this entire segment either, because this is a pretty decent long mission, and honestly, I got nothing else to talk about. So I will beat you back up with the part where he is at, alright?
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your camps to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. ID'd as Ocean Forces. This is AWACS from the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
It's something I'll never get used to, but tonight it's been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Caution. Pull up.
Trigger, that one's Ocean. Do not attack before target identification is complete. military.
Open fire on that vehicle.
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped. Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
That vehicle is one of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through!
Thunderbolt, so be it.
Strider 1, missile.
Target's been wiped out.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
On my target's tail. Watch 2.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 19er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah. Don't they know nowhere is safe? Our terminal's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War.
Radios? You have one in your cockpit?
Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
We have no choice! Fire!
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Taking fire! Take care of them! The main tanker goes down in flames behind us.
Alright, so we are at 10,000 points. The VIP is going to cross that bridge back there we just saw and take out a big ass group of guys. So fly over here where there's a bunch of jets in the air. Start uncovering them all. Figure out which one he is. And take him out. The ones obviously that are on him, just to get them out of the way. There'll be less clutter on the map for you to figure it out. That way you can find him easier. Now it's gonna be harder to find him considering they're all flying around in no particular pattern. Like I said, you're just gonna want to uncover every single one of these guys, and eventually you will find him. So this is where he's gonna be at, is one in this group of enemies over here where there is jets in this little, I think it was in like the western side of the map, and there he is right there in front of me. So once you get to the point where you get 10,000 points and you see me take out those guys right there in that bridge where they're chasing your objective, start heading towards this group of jets as you saw here, and he will be amongst them. Take him out. Kind of a little bitch, but you know, the next one gets even better for you guys, so let's do this. This one's a pain in the ass.
There are no friendlies out there!
Alright, Ace 21 on Operation Reflux, Mission 17, Homeward. Alright guys, you thought that one was a pain in the ass because he's unknown. Well, this is probably one of the fucking dumbest ones, I would say. I don't know, I didn't like finding this one. This one was a pain in the ass. I didn't know if I was doing it right or not. It was just a tricky situation of not really knowing 100%, and then you don't know if you did it right on top of it, to find out that you still have to uncover him and to find him in a group while you're being pressured by these bombers. So it can be a bit of a stressful finding him in the amount of time. Now, this is where I was saying in the last video guide about these checkpoints and being able to distinguish whether or not you are safe at the time of a checkpoint. Like I was saying in the last video, I'll say it again for people who might not have seen that. You can get a checkpoint and be safe as long as the ace isn't already spawned. Like in the one with the comment guy, that one in particular, when you get that checkpoint and he's already there behind you, and you fail, you're done. Start over. You're screwed. This one and others like this, you are safe. As long as you do your first part right, you should be good. Because this is what I did. Is I did this part. What I thought I did. Ended up having to cut the video because I didn't know which one he was, and ended up, I think I got shot down. So I ended up starting it over from my checkpoint, and I still found him. So it works, and particularly this mission for sure. And also if you have missions where you have the ace in the first part and you do end up killing him and you end up getting a checkpoint, and even if you die or for any reason start a checkpoint over, you are safe to complete the mission, and it's good. So what you gotta do for this mission, they need to come out, is you need to fly above and very, very close to that mass driver rail in this first part of the mission. Has to be in the first part, can't be later on in the mission. Has to be the first part before he spawns with that group of unknown bombers. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta fly above this thing. You don't gotta go fast. You can go at a medium speed, but you gotta have the caution warning going off for the majority of the entire time of you do this. I try to get it to say caution the entire time I'm flashing, try to go somewhat fast just to make it a little bit quicker and easier because I'm going to be chased. As long as you fly on this mass driver rail, and I crashed a couple times, it's okay, it's not a big deal. Try to keep that consistent caution warning on there the entire time because you need to be very, very close. Now I lost it there for a second and a second again. But you should be good. Just don't hit that last part there, because if you fly too low at that last part, you will clip that rail and you will end up immediately dying. Now I can't remember why I swooped around again, did it again, just to be safe, but that is what you gotta do. Try to keep that caution warning going the entire time. Hopefully you got it to work, because you get to the next spot, find out that you didn't, it just sucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and I will meet up with you guys again, because there isn't really much more to do but to take up the objectives and to go ahead and I think I do try it again just to make sure. Yeah, I think I flat one more time just to be safe. So go ahead and do it a couple times if you want to, just to be really, really safe. And kill everything along the way for your objective to get that little group to spawn, and I'll meet you up with it when I will show you. I will spawn. Yeah, basically, cut that video and spawn right in front of him, and I will show you where he's at on the map, and I'll be pausing it. So I will meet up with you guys later in the video.
bodies. Identify.
I'm back. So if you can see where I'm at, I try to edit to where before I went too far to the wrong area. He's over here in the left. Okay, this is the little video clip right here where he's at the segment. If you fly in the middle to the left, he is in the back, in the left side, not all the way to the back, but to the back. I hope this helps you guys out because finding him is a pain in the ass in this squadron fast enough. He is, just remember, he is in the more left-turn part, not all the way to the left, not all in the back, but like middle left. I hope this helps you guys out because he's a pain in the ass to find. So start searching the guys in the middle left and you should be good to go. Alright, Operation Beehive. Ace number 22, mission 18, Lost Kingdom. Now this is that mission I was talking to you about where you're going to need another aircraft to be able to do this because taking them out with the lasers is not fast enough, I don't think. I mean, it's efficient and you can kill shit, but you need to lock on fire and go, and you can't slow down to line up things. It's not doable like that. You can either use the F-22 Raptor, use a 4 missile to air-to-ground lock-on, or I decided to go ahead and just use the F-35 with the 8 missile to ground lock-on. It just seems to be a little more efficient. And since we just locked that badass skin, which I think is probably one of the sickest skins in the game, why not? I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Now this one can be a bit of a tricky one. It took me definitely a few tries to get it. Realizing after a while that you cannot do it with the lasers, it's just not efficient enough. And even while doing it this way, you gotta get it. You kind of get that method down and alternating down and the patterns of what to take out. The worst part about this is the jets in the end. That's the worst part about it because if they miss dodge the missiles and they evade, it can be a bit of a pain in the ass.
No allies here.
So you gotta take out all targets all the way to the castle fast. And what you gotta do, I almost forgot to mention what you have to do. This is why you need the air-to-ground missiles. You got a lot of targets along the way. Now for the first tower, I would use regular missiles. I would not waste your other missiles for it. Switch over to your multi-missiles and lock on to the second group. That's pretty much all you gotta do is just get to that castle in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And you should spawn taking off in the castle with the F-16 at the same time. So that's what you gotta do. Do it fast. Make sure you lock on everything back there, and whatever you miss with the multi-missiles, switch over your other missiles and take them out as well. Now what I do here is I use my multi-missile, lock on that watchtower, and make sure it's a good confirmed lock, like they're just went off because of the fog. Make sure you get a good confirmed lock. Switch over to your missiles. Take one helicopter out, lock on to one, switch over to that one, take out the other one. You should be good to go. Hopefully you don't miss them. If you miss them, I'd probably start over. Then down here, I'd get a confirmed lock on with them. Switch over to multi-missile, confirm it, because this is where it gets kind of, a bit of a pain in the ass. That fog will throw off your sensors, and your missiles won't have a really good confirmed lock. So make sure you pay attention and focus on whether or not that they're going to be a hit. So obviously up here, try to lock on as much of the targets as you can. Try to get a confirmed hit on them. I called that good, locked onto them, and got a couple more. And then switch over to the jets, because if you can get a couple of jets along the way, you're good to go. See, I even screwed that up. If you can get one of them jets coming head on, you will save yourself so much time. Make sure when you do this, try to get the most direct path that they're straight flying away from you. That way you can just fire some missiles, turn, and go to the next one, and you don't have to worry about it. If you tend to miss and they get away, you gotta do a couple of circling rounds. I would just restart the mission. And I got the ground units there, and I'm chasing him, but those I think end up missing. One hit, yep. So as long as you can do this part fast enough, and I'm at 17:35 about, and I'm cutting really close, but I managed to make this, so 17:30, that's your 2.5 minute mark. I'm a little bit beyond that, so I'm still good to go though, it seems like, so it's a little bit lenient, thank God. So as soon as you come over to the castle, you'll see him taking off next to the F-16. Just make sure you see him right there. The F-16 should be in the area right next to him soon. That's him right there. As soon as you get to the castle, it's pretty obvious, clear as day to take out right there. No, all I gotta do is just chase him down a little bit. He's kind of a tricky bitch. He's got the YF-23. So take his ass out, and we have only got 2 more to go. Hopefully you guys can get lucky on these last 2 because they're in the same mission as well. So take him out. We are on the last mission. Alright guys, we are on Ace 23 on Operation Daredevil, Mission 19, Lighthouse. Now, I initially set this up at the beginning, showing you both, trying to get them both in the same video. Now, you're going to need to get that points, because they are both point related. Now, for Ace number 23, which is, I'm just going to focus on one at a time, you are going to need to get 17,000 points in the first phase of the mission. Now, he spawns southeast of the map, and he stands. It's been known that he just flies outside the map and kind of hovers out there and will not be popping up on the radar. And you will need long-range weapons like the lasers or the long-range air missile lock-ons to get him, or railgun, whatever you want to use. But in my video, it is not the case at all. I actually, funny enough, I did this twice too. Once you get 17,000 points, check your map. You actually will see him fly. He will be flying towards the middle of the map, towards all your crazy fighting, and he will at some point end up turning around and running back and going outside the map, and that's when he becomes non-visible. He will be using his little stealth capabilities down there, down south. Once he gets further down, he will disappear from the map. That's when he does that. And then he will have the tendency to go outside to kind of hang around on that little line of the southernmost part of the map. So, pay attention. As soon as you break that 17,000 score, go ahead and kill him. Now, I'm going to agree to join with you again because these missions are super long. And I'm done tired talking. I am almost out of breath. It's been a long video guide, so I will catch up with you guys once he appears.
Just confirmed it.
The Russian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have 2 anymore. Guess nobody told them.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just 2. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone's still in it as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison.
Roger.
This dude is speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the coalition
Stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Lancaster, we have more incoming.
Unknown. Proceed with caution.
Wilco. We can't switch off the security system, but we've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette! What the hell's wrong with you? Get back here! As you all saw, we have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out. No idea what got her going this time, that stupid woman.
Missile launch from the arsenal bird. Shit, airburst type. Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Helios arrived.
Don't fly so close together. Prepare for shot. I'm bailing out.
I said we were gonna take down the space elevator, but it's not.
Alright, I just took out the last jet required for 17,000 points. And look at that. Check that map. He is visible. Amazing. When I did this the first time, I was like kind of in disbelief. Because I was like, okay, he's supposed to be south, flying south and outside the map, invisible. Well, I guess not. So, you can see the mission time left is a minute and a half. Which, unless you manage to kill him and get back and get a couple more kills, and I think he might spawn. I think I might spawn fast enough to take him out because he will be in that big group that's in the middle to the left there. That's where he spawns. If you can take them both out fast enough, good luck, because I didn't manage to do it quick enough with this jet. So, we are on the last one, Operation Daredevil again. Mission 19, Lighthouse, Ace 24, last one, guys. So, if you want to do them both, do it fast. I recommend using a jet that's got qualms. I would use the F-22 Raptor and use those qualms. Now, throughout the video, you're going to see me just decimate all the aircraft as fast as I can. Get them qualm lock-ons, because those lock-ons, once they hit, it's a one-hit kill. And I'm going to be alternating between regular missiles and those to get as many kills as I can, as fast as I can, to get that point system up there. Because obviously in the last video I tried to put them both in there and I ended up coming back and flying around and kill more things and getting 20,000. I think I broke it right at I killed that ace. If not, I think I took one more jet out to get it and I still couldn't find him. It wasn't fast enough. So you need to be pretty quick on it. Yet again, I'm going to go ahead and skip to the point where he is going to be appearing pretty soon.
I need help. Don't let him damage me.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone still entered as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison. Roger.
What's it doing speaking on an open channel? The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
This is Skull Squadron and Rifle Squadron of the Erusian Airborne. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman. Some of their squadrons are in weird formations. They have man-to-air convoy, UAVs, and slave food. All this just to keep a war going. The UAVs were sluggish once the leader went down. Cosmic, drones with elevators are stem cells. The biggest flaw in their slave food.
How many more do we need to take out?
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
Leadership right certified.
Strider 1, this is
Three
the way.
strikes on our side? That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
UAV confirmed
Three
destroyed.
strikes? Never again.
Cyclops 2, Fox 2.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why... No, we are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead.
This isn't a rebellion. It's a battle for independence. Take down the Arsenal Bird and show them the country.
Some coalition this has turned out to be, huh? Now keep talking big once the war's over, too. Bet on it. It's Sunday. There's someone to guide us.
Are the Friends Revolution's rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Brush up on current events later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Nobody people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked its signal in order to reach out to you.
Killed for 3 strikes. Impressive.
I want it back. Fox 2. Focus on the drones. They're easier to pick out.
Minutes remaining.
With communications infrastructure down, this broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You get to see a real live princess. Hey, Cosette, say hello to everyone.
Avril, it's safe over here. You're taking away all their guns.
Yes! Let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid,
All right, understood.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Ace is not landing around here. Too bad. If he wasn't one of them, we'd have followed him. Okay. How about one more than however many they made? I have him. Firing.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. This airspace is contested now for their weapons. World's masters show themselves.
Target that stray UAV. Take it down now.
our princess is looking at a mural. There's another one here too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators. Skies unknown. Cosette, let's go. Yes!
Warning, missiles launched from the Arsenal Bird.
So how about that, guys? I managed to kill them all, get 3.5 minutes about on the clock with the points. And look, there is the other ace. I'm just gonna let him go because I don't feel like chasing him down for no reason. I got the point. I got the points I need. So at this point in the mission, hopefully you have the points around this time when they start firing their little long range, I don't even know what you want to call them, air burst rounds of missiles. If you look over to the left, he is right there. Right there, like I said, in the middle, the left. To these guys over here. This is where he'll end up spawning. So, guys, just go over here and take him out once you get the points. And you should have enough time at this point to take him out. And that'll be your achievement. I hope you guys enjoyed my video guide. I put a lot of time and effort into this. And a lot of detail, I thought, to make it pretty good. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will be making more video guides for you guys. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you later.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds.